see you again. I've returned to Louisville, and I'm at a rose garden that I take care of, and it's got about, maybe 70 or 80 roses in here. And these roses are just like the ones we've returned from out in Bedford. You can see that they look a little bit different. They have gone a little bit further, and the only difference between these roses and the ones out there last fall, they looked exactly the same. But the winter killed the canes to the ground. Even though they were mulched to the ground with 3 inches of mulch, the plants weren't killed, but the canes were, because they weren't protected from the winter weather. How did we protect these roses and the canes from the winter weather? We left the foliage on the plant from last year, and we wet the leaves with Montys 2-15-15, the orange label, the low nitrogen, the high phosphorus and potassium. What I wanted to show you today is, if you look at the base of these roses, then you will see stems, 3 or 4 stems, maybe 5 stems, that were the same size as the ones that were out in Bedford. The difference is these are undamaged by the winter, and the ones in Bedford were dead to the ground and nothing came back. So you can, if you can come down this way, and you can look in here, and you can see on this plant there were 4 stems. You can see them more clearly on this plant. There were 4 stems left. And so all of these had just 3 or 4 stems, and all of this foliage and all of these blooms came off of those 3 or 4 stems that basically were undamaged for winter. So if you come down here, this is gold medal. You can tell the bloom because it has gold and yellow in the middle, but it has a little trace of red around the sides. And another thing about gold medal, it doesn't have many thorns. So if you look at the stem, you don't see any thorns on these stems. Probably the best yellow that you can put in your yard, named gold medal. The roses in this bed are in ground, and we have conditioned the ground with Monty's liquid carbon about 8 times, and so you can see they're doing very well. So the 2 beds on this side are a little slower to grow. They're in potting mix. A 10-inch hole was dug, and we put potting mix in the hole. And one thing about potting mix is, when spring comes, it doesn't warm as fast as soil does. So these are about 2 weeks behind the ones over here. They will get just as big and vigorous, but until the ground warms up, they don't start to grow. And so that's why these are slightly smaller, but you can see by the number of buds on these, they're very healthy and they're going to do very well. And so if I wanted to fertilize these roses, look how easy it is to fertilize these beds. I can stand in one place and fertilize all of these roses. Watch. How about that? 3 or 4 minutes to fertilize maybe 80 or 90 rose bushes, and it will not burn, will not do any damage, but the nutrients go into the leaf, through the stem, and create more roots. And it works on any plant that has leaves. So you can fertilize your garden, anything, just by wetting the leaves. And how easy is it to go out there 1, 2, 3 days a week and just turn on the hose and do this. So I just wanted to show you today the difference between roses that were protected with Monty's, the orange label, by spraying the leaves, not taking them off in the fall, not cutting them down, just spraying the leaves all the way until the plants are dormant once every 2 weeks. This is the look of Monty's orange label. And we also have the applicator nozzle. It comes apart. If it gets clogged up, it can be cleaned. And so you're going to have a joy making all of your plants do well with Monty's orange label. Thank you for joining me today, and we're going to get together later on when we have more blooms, and we're going to talk about what we're going to be doing as the summer comes on. So visit us again when we're on the web. Thank you so much, and bye-bye for now.